Hi everybody, it's Raven. Welcome to my channel. I would really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. I am kind of stuck at self-promotion, honestly, so please, this is for entertainment purposes only. I have been doing regular reading videos, and then I've had victims show up of other people's crimes, and I have another one today, and I want to give voice to that. So her name is Cate, C-A-T-E. She was very specific about the spelling, and we'll just get into it. I think I'm going to start with this deck here. We'll start with true crime, and then we'll go from there. Hi, Cate. This is a safe space. You are welcome. And what I like to do is just you tell your story, and you are believed. And we don't even know your story yet, but you know what? It's not your fault. Okay, let me get the energy going with the cards. Cate feels very shy. Can you start with telling me how old you are, Cate? 10. She's 10. Were you 10 when you passed away? She said, you mean when I was murdered? Yes, ma'am. How old were you when you were you taken? Said I'm not asking the right question. Okay, let's start with something different. Are you one of Epstein's victims? Yes, very loudly, yes. Okay. How old were you? My mother sold me. Okay, so we're just going to do a trigger warning on this video from here on out. I don't know what's coming, but I'm just going to do a trigger warning. Your mother sold you directly to Jeffrey, one of his brokers. Okay. And how old were you when that happened? I was 9. I was 9. So you lived for about a year. I was in movies, and I hated it. Okay. Were you, what else? You tell me what you want to share. I was kept locked up, but I was let out sometimes at parties and dressed up like a doll. Okay. What else? The old men grabbed at me. While we take a breath, Cate, and let's start with talking to me maybe through the cards and more about your journey. Why don't we start there? You're starting with the really hard stuff. And I don't know if you're doing that because you're just kind of like getting it out, which is what it feels like. Yeah, because I might not be brave enough to say it later. Okay. And folks, I shuffle while channeling because it just moves energy, right? If something falls out, great. I apologize if it's distracting. I'm going to move the microphone, hopefully. So, Cate, definitely taking that one. Oh man, those are all pertinent. Usually I'd say that's too many. Okay. I think we're starting to get a bit of your story here. Was your mom, did you know your dad? No. She said her mom was a junkie. My mom was a junkie. But I'm seeing alcohol. So I think it must have been both. She just wanted her next fix. She never wanted me, so I don't know why she had me. All she ever wanted was love. Oh. She's saying her mom had an affair with a married man. And he stayed with his wife. She goes, I only knew that because she would rub it in my face that I'm the reason he didn't leave his wife. I'm so sorry. Oh, honey, that is not your fault. Adults blaming children for their problems is wrong. Okay. I'm going to go to the cards we have. She felt like she knew something was coming. It's a card of intuition. With her mom. She felt like she knew something was coming. Like her mom got really nice. And while she really wanted that, it was also suspicious. I feel how that one fits in. And it was out of the pan into the fire is what it's not specifically what she said, but it's the meaning. It was out from, what she's telling me is out from that home into another that was worse, and she didn't think it could get worse. And when she was unalived, they told her that if anyone asked, she committed, self-harm. Okay. And yes, I get the same card for all of you so far. Secret. Obviously, everything was kept a secret. The road. Was there any moving around? Yes. To the filming sites and then to these parties. And where were you kept in between? Okay, I was kept hidden. I keep getting like a small room. Was there anyone else in there with you? Sometimes there would be other children. And were they with you as far as the same things happening? Yeah. Yeah, each of our stories might be a little bit different. She really wants revenge. Oh, she's telling me I got that wrong. Okay. No, she said not wrong, just not complete. Oh, she's telling me she fought back at one point. I'm just going to use her words. I complied as best I could. I cried a lot during the filming, during the movies, and they liked that. They said it helps sell more. But one time I fought back and I picked up something. It wasn't this on the card. It wasn't a dagger. Picked up something and threw it. Hit someone in the head. And I'm asking one of the men, yes. And that's when she lost her life. And she's saying that this is crime of passion. the anger was so bad that she didn't make it out of there. I'm sorry, Cate. They said they were going to tell my mother I was modeling. Oh, it didn't matter because she overdosed. Do you think your mother overdosed at her own hand? I don't know. I got a shoulder shrug. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay, I got faked unaliving. How does this fit, Cate? They would tell parents, or they would tell somebody that we were no longer alive. So they stopped looking. She doesn't know who or how. It almost feels like a network of, okay, I'm going to step out of your, not out of your space, Cate, just kind of say this for myself for a moment. What it feels like is some kind of hook into the missing and exploited children network. And anytime one of those children popped up on there, it was somehow not quite removed, but deceased, like showing as deceased or removed. It's something along those lines. I'm not getting a really clear of how that would work, but it wouldn't surprise me. You could probably pay off almost anyone. So they would fake the deaths of the children that ended up on certain sites. I don't know if it was specifically missing and exploited children, but something along those lines. Okay. Cate, are you happy that a lot of this information is coming out now? Yes, very. What happened to me was wrong. Yes, and I'm glad you know that. I'm glad you're not self-blaming, because I'm sure you were told certain things were your fault. You seem to have a very good head on your shoulders. She wanted to run away. Oh, she did. In her own way. She actually fought back, knowing it could end up with unaliving, and that was her form of running away. Okay. Cate, is there a message you would like to give people? It's outer space, but we're all over here watching. Like, because they're not in our space, right? They're out of our space. That's how she's using this card. We're all over here watching. We're all rooting for the justice and the exposure and and appreciate the mediums that are speaking out, appreciate everyone who's speaking out, appreciate the protests, everything. We're watching. I'm going to go to tarot. And I'm using the Orbituna Vampire deck. Okay, is there anything else we need to know that you want to share? Show me, look at the bottom. A devil. It's all manipulation and control. Hierophant, all part of a network. Hanged man. We were the sacrifice. Cate, is it helping in any way that you're talking to others like yourself over on the other side and realizing just how not alone you were? Yes, we are finding each other. And we hurt for the ones that are still living, because you're carrying the human pain, the emotional pain being in a human body. Cate, you're very advanced for... Oh, I'm not 10 anymore. My soul is way older than that. Okay. So you've actually crossed over. Yes, I've crossed over. Okay, so she's coming. This makes sense. That makes sense to me, given the way she's communicating. Okay. Whoa. Actually, they want me to take this one. Oh, 10 of Pentacles. Yes, the generational wealth. Okay. Cate, is there anything else that you'd like to share? Something we don't know that might come out? I don't need to be validated that way. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. 7 of Swords. It was a very heavy burden. It was a lot to carry. She's done so much work on the other side. Can we talk about that for a second, Cate? Because that positive aspect feels so important. She's done so much work with the angels, with all the helpers over there. Yeah, she's doing much better. She immediately got help when she crossed over. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Well, Cate, I'm going to thank you so much for being here. She is actually over here, over my left shoulder. And oh, she's still here. Thank you so much, everybody. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. I will post a trigger warning on the description in case it's too much for some, but I really appreciate all of you hearing their voices. We're giving them a voice. We're giving their stories aren't gone, right? They're not gone forever. So thank you so much, and I will be back soon.